Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to Broadfield Live every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm Glenn Seaman. I'm Director of Sales Engineering. I am going to be hosting the show today because Jim is on vacation before we head into all the craziness that is NAB. And this week we are talking about NETGEAR wireless access points. So we'll jump right in. Why NETGEAR? Why wireless access points? Why is my Teams not working? There we go. So we already love Netgear. We love Netgear Pro AV line. We love their switches. We've been selling their switches for a number of years. We love them because they're ideal for broadcast, medical, high education, higher ed, retail, anything that's got video running over an IP signal, any type of AV over IP, whether that be Dante or NDI or even simply 2110. That is why we've been loving Netgear Pro AV. Why? Well, main reason, it is optimized for AV over IP. NETGEAR has really spent a lot of time developing and building right switches, not just taking common, switches that they've been using, but actually building switches from the ground up that address the issues for AV. One of the things they built the NETGEAR AV OS. This makes it so easy for anybody to jump in and configure protocols for NDI, Dante, SMPTE 2110, anything. It's very easy to set up and configure and build networks and even divide that network. So you can have part of your switch be set up for NDI, the other part be set up for Dante AV, all very easy. And as I said, NETGEAR isn't just repurposing things. NETGEAR has been spending the time to invest and develop these switches and work with their partners and work with the folks from NDI and Dante to develop the right protocols. As a result, one of the things they did is they built something called NETGEAR IGPM Plus. So it's an extension of the normal IGPM standard, that IGMP standard that they've enhanced even more to work even better with the NDI formats and other formats. So again, just really investing the time to make these products work the way we need them to work reliably and stop our phones from ringing as installers, as dealers, and as end users. These things just work. NETGEAR switches, you can start with a single unit and you can have it configured. And as I said, you can have it set up so it can do NDI and Dante and any other flavor of AV over IP that you need. If your needs grow, you can add another switch. And these switches can be managed by something called Engage. NETGEAR Engage, it allows you to manage multiple switches, set up configurations either online or offline, and deploy and manage various switches across an entire ecosystem. Again, the other thing that makes it really nice too is NETGEAR has a very dedicated Pro AV design team. So you have a dedicated support team, you have a dedicated design team. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But the nice thing is that these are folks you can reach out to, and they understand all these Pro AV formats, all these AV over IP formats are understood by this team, and they know how to configure and help you set up the switch and do the design for you. So that's another great reason why we love NETGEAR AV. NETGEAR AV has been around for a number of years. They really started their AV line with the M4250 line. These are 1 gig switches with 10 gig uplinks on some of them. So you've got 1 gig and 10 gig combinations. These single-handedly made most NDI problems go away. 90% of the NDI problems that existed were based around network configurations. And as soon as you started putting in NETGEAR Pro AV switch in there, those problems went away. The M4300 switch family was around for a while. That was really their enterprise class family of products. They eventually added the NETGEAR AV interface to those. So the NETGEAR OS was added to that. The NETGEAR AV OS is available on those. The recent switches they have are now the 4350s. The 4350s introduce multi-gig switches. So you've got 1, 2.5 gig, 10 gig, all the way up to 100 gig switch configurations, depending upon what you need to do. This is also where you'll see your SMPTE 2110 switches come in. There is the 4500 line as well. So these are going to be all going all the way up to 100 gigabit core switches. So again, all these different switch platforms, all using that NETGEAR AV OS to make it really easy to deploy these. So you've got a great AV infrastructure. Let's talk about adding wireless access points to it. Why would you want to do that? Depending on what you're doing, there's lots of reasons. It might be nothing more than, hey, I've added a couple of wireless NDI cameras that I need to bring into my environment. Or maybe I've got some wireless audio devices that I need to bring in. Or maybe, my switch is half AV and the other half is just regular corporate network or internet. So you might just be plugging that in there to get people network access over the wireless access point. NETGEAR AV has a variety of access points. They've got dual band and tri-band functionality. They can handle multiple SSIDs. So this is kind of a neat thing too, is you can have one access point that you can have different SSIDs, so you can actually isolate clients. So you can have, one group of people that are, getting on the internet, another group of people that are just accessing local stuff or whatever you're doing. You completely isolate folks by giving them different system IDs so that they're not going to see and be accessing the same parts of the access of the wireless access point. There are indoor and outdoor models as well. And they have products that go all the way up to 10 gig network connections. So depending upon how many clients you need to do and what you need to do. You can get into a NETGEAR wireless access point for as low as $175.99. Okay, that is a great, Wi-Fi 6 access point, really great entry point. If you want a little bit more range cover, you can step up to, and that one is cloud management. We're talk a little bit about the different management platform. They have this one can be managed directly from the cloud. You've then got the Insight managed platform. Insight allows you to manage these from anywhere, from your mobile device, anywhere in the world, manage multiple devices. All of these switches include 1 year of the the NETGEAR Insight subscription. You can extend that further if you need it to, or you can not use it at all. It's completely up to you. If you just want to manage it only local, you can access it just like you would any other network device, set up your users, set up all your permissions, do all those types of things local and forget it. Or if you want that ability to be able to sit anywhere in the world and say, oh, I've got to make a change on my NETGEAR wireless access point, you can do that using Insight. They've got an outdoor model. So maybe you've got, sports and you want to bring wireless in from some of the live sports that you're doing into your productions. You can use the wireless outdoor model. And they've also got, a wider range Wi-Fi 6 model. So various different various different Wi-Fi access points available to you within this range. We've also got some Wi-Fi 7 access points. These two models include 4 years of Insight subscription included, so you don't even have to worry about paying that for 4 years. These models are going to give you all the benefits of Wi-Fi 7. They're going to give you the faster speeds, the wider range. All these are available. The WVE 758 has a 10 gig connection in it. All these are PoE powered as well, so you can power them directly from the NETGEAR switch. That 10 gig connection means you can really throw a lot of clients on that and make sure that you're not going to have anybody bottlenecking or any type of bottlenecking in your environment. So we talked a little bit about Insight. Really what this allows you to do is, your switches, your access point is now available through the internet, through the web, anywhere in the world. There's an app you can run on your mobile device that allows you to take control of it. You can connect into it from anywhere, set up user permissions, check on performance, disconnect folks, change allocations, do all the type of things you would want to do, configure these devices from anywhere in the world. And you can also set up multiple device environments as well. So if you need to have multiple different wireless access points, you can manage it all from one single pane of glass. Again, the way Insight works is you're going to connect directly from the cloud. So you plug it into your network, you set it up. It will then be detected by the Insight cloud application. You go in and configure it. All of your management is done completely through a web-hosted app. You do not need to be physically connected to the network at all that the wireless access point is on. NETGEAR Pro AV design, we talked about these folks. This has always been the secret sauce of NETGEAR, is if you are getting into a situation where you say, hey, I need to have an environment where I've got folks that are connected to the house network. I've got folks that are running NDI and another group that are running Dante. They need to be on a separate switch. I need to have wireless access. Instead of you sitting there scratching your head and trying to figure out the right configurations, the right settings, reach out to the NETGEAR Pro AV design team and they will specify exactly what you need. And they might say, this is the wireless access point you want because of the number of users. This is the port that it should go into. They can help you with all of this. And again, like I mentioned before, they understand these acronyms. They understand NDI, Dante AV, all these different flavors. They know what it takes to make them work. It's not like going with another brand that they're not going to know any of this. To you, to them, NDI is just another network protocol. They don't understand the special sauce that it takes to make NDI work. So that Pro AV design team is really great. Just email them and they can help you with anything. And there's also a Pro Wi-Fi design team as well. So you've got that same capability. It's just part of that Pro AV design team. Another great thing, I recommend this to everybody, NETGEAR Academy. This is great. This allows you to learn NETGEAR products, get in deeper, get certified. These certifications actually go towards your Vixia hours. So if you're trying to keep your Vixia certification up and going, you can do that. These are really great online courses for learning and understanding all the things that not just in the NETGEAR world that work, but also deeper understandings of the AV formats that are out there for AV over IP. Great courses. These are free and available to you. I highly recommend people, take them and learn as much as they can on these products. Um, Also, this will give you access to the webinars. There's lots of great webinars that they do on a regular basis. The next one is coming up on April 8th. This is going to be an NAB sneak peek. So they're going to talk about some of the things that they might be, that they will be, not might be, but the things they'll be announcing and talking about at NAB. Make sure you sign up for these. John Henkel is a great presenter. He really understands this space and understands, the Pro AV and AV over IP world. So, definitely sign up for those and make sure you attend this, especially if you're not going to NAB, at least you'll know what all the buzz is about. If you have any questions, again, feel free to call your Broadfield sales representative or call anybody on the sales engineering team. We're going to be happy to help you with this. Feel free to reach out for data sheets, price sheets, just general knowledge. And you can also email the Pro Wi-Fi design team at NETGEAR to help you set up any of these configurations, any advanced wireless configurations. Yeah, this is, really great. It just makes sense to start adding wireless access points to your AV over IP infrastructure. You're going to need them, even if it's nothing more than, hey, I've got every single port taken up, but I need to get my laptop on there to make some configurations. Just connect wirelessly. So again, really quick one today because we're all getting ready for NAB. Plenty of stuff going on there, but again, Glenn filling in for Jim at the Broadfield Live again every Thursday at 1 p.m. Thank you. Hope to see you at NAB. If you're there, reach out, say hi. And that's it for me.
Broadfield Distributing is a value-added distributor of live production, streaming, video editing, and storage products. We only sell to resellers. We are always looking for new dealers, so call us at 1-800-634-5178 or email sales@broadfield.com. You'll like doing business with Broadfield because we make it easy to do business.